She's ready. But
He's,
I do. Well, I haven't listened to it yet though.
oh, I like it a lot. I like it. It's such a vibe.
I gotta be in the mood.
It's
I
really a
haven't.
vibe.
I haven't been in that mood yet. You know.
It's such a vibe.
Like what he's giving. I
He's
haven't
giving
getting in.
he's giving relaxation vibes.
Come on, relax.
He's giving you like that's a lot of noise you're making out there. That's a lot of noise.
Oh
Yeah. Did you hear all that noise?
no.
Oh. Oh. Well,
Okay.
it's okay. People make noise. But listen, I love it. It feels like it's a like he was laying down in the studio.
Come on. Oh
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
What's up everybody? This is Erica.
Hi guys, it's Nate. Welcome back to Erica's channel.
We're back again. Welcome to my channel. For those who don't know and this is your first time, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Is that the same as subscribe? I think that's the same as subscribe. Hit the
Bell.
bell, bitch.
People love
And
saying hit the bell.
I love saying it. Hit
Hit the
the bell,
bell.
bitch.
How about I hit your ass with a bell?
With a
With a
bell.
goddamn bell.
With a goddamn bell. Bitch. Diva. So we're here
Hmm?
tonight to have a discussion, a conversation about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 10, part 3.
From
Oh,
diva to diva.
from Diva to Diva. We're just going to talk about it because it's a lot to talk about and we need to talk about it. And I want to make sure we get every fucking thing because we just need to get everything. Because
From the
at
wig to her solo cup.
Diva, do you remember that time when NeNe said she would never be Kim's friend? She would walk down the street with her with all of her toenails
Toenails
clipped
plucked off or
out
something like that.
and some sandals before I am friends with Kim wig Zolciak again. Her ass is crazy. Can y'all
That
see
darn
me?
Nene. Yeah, hey diva.
In my business. In my business. I need to center myself. Let me get
Come
over
on,
here.
business. Come on for being in your business.
Yeah, you know how people be all in the background either. What was that on your dresser? Bitch.
Bitch, your
My
man's
big
keys.
your man's keys,
Your
bitch.
man keys.
Tell him he left them over here. Bitch.
Correct.
Okay, Diva. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. And let's start from when NeNe, I have my notes, bitch, because we're not missing a beat, god damn it. These notes are all over the place, FYI.
Come on, no.
But I did want to get to, we're going to get to, I can't wait to run these statistics down. You hear me? I cannot wait, Diva. Do you hear me? I can't wait. Okay, come on, let's talk.
Come on.
Okay, NeNe, where is your scooter?
Where is your scooter?
Where is your scooter? So NeNe, okay, so NeNe is going back. They start off where they left off, going off on Kim about all these ailments and being parked in the handicap. And NeNe is like, bitch, are you the motherfucking meter maid, bitch? I was hollering and screaming because she all of a sudden Kim is I mean it was just like a joke. No, it wasn't a joke. And then they caught you in
Right.
all those fucking lies like you show Sheree the picture or not? I didn't even have the picture. It was sent to me.
It
Well,
was sent to me.
who
But
was sent to
who
you?
sent it? Because you
Who's
didn't even say who sent it.
right? Who sent it? And furthermore, why did you hold on to it if it was sent to you so that you could
Correct.
share it with Sheree, your house nigga? Like what?
Who ironically is the bone carrier.
Right, right. Ugh. I can't stand Sheree. I really can't stand Sheree. Y'all don't know how mad I am at that woman, and I'm just so like I told you so about that bitch. I told you so about that bitch.
Oh.
Kim and NeNe. Okay, so they're talking about what was the talk about Kim stripping at Club
And
Oasis?
Oasis.
Yes,
I'm glad that came up.
dressed like a nurse,
Dressed like a nurse.
fucking two married men And everybody wanted to know, did Big Papa get married? And every time, this is my thing. Every time
That
somebody
bitch cringe.
every time somebody asks her a question about him, I've been married 7 years. I'm married to Croy's. Girl, we know.
The only thing I needed production to do when Andy said Big Papa was for her ass for production to roll the tape. But when the bitch said, "Thank you, Papa,"
Yes, when she
I
was at that, when
needed
she
that. We're getting that Escalade.
with that wig on, with that Party City wig on. If you didn't, who did you show it to? I mean, why did you keep the picture if you weren't going to show it to anybody? The
Right.
same thing as the video from Brielle. Kim was holding these things because you want to use them against NeNe for. It's like I don't understand what it is. Like her and Sheree's obsession with NeNe. It's like I don't get it. I don't understand it. I okay, I'll tell you what I think about Sheree and her dynamic with NeNe, but we'll go there when we get to her and Tyrone. I guess we're there now.
Lyron.
Lyron, can I just ask this before we get into Tyrone and NeNe and Sheree? Why do we always believe men when they say something about a woman, that they've been with the woman or that a woman has done something to them? Like everybody believed Walter and Kenya. Everybody to this day believes that Kenya, Miss USA, would rent a nigga who owns a tow truck driving company with a
Company.
receding
Right.
hairline.
And old. Like it it's not believable. Now, if it was a 20-year-old supermodel,
But why do we believe
maybe
the men? Why do everybody believe the men?
they
All they had
always
to, they believed
right.
Apollo when Apollo was saying all that shit about Kenya.
They sure did. But it's so funny. It's the women that believe it.
That's
So
crazy.
much, so much for girl power. So much
Right.
for National Women's Day.
So much
What
for
happened to that?
black girl magic.
Black girl magic. What happened to that shit? You black bitches. Y'all don't give a fuck about each other.
Diva.
Help thy sister, lest thou fall.
So much for
Shit.
sisterhood. Shit. But that's what I want to know. It's like, why do we always believe? They believe Tyrone with NeNe. Y'all really believe NeNe was stalking Tyrone? NeNe doesn't even have that kind of personality. Like, she's aggressive, but whenever it's someone talking about like male female
Mm,
relationships or sex or anything, NeNe always kind of like backs up from those types of conversations. She don't
right.
ever engage in those type of conversation. Very
Right.
rarely. So for and even like with like I was surprised the way she acted when they talked about John. She did talk about it because that's something that happened and it was on camera, but she was never like, "Well, I'm with." Oh, Diva, move your camera over just a little.
This way.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit more. All right, let's see. Yeah, you good. You good. You good. Why don't you move over just a little bit?
Which way?
This way.
This
No,
way.
bitch. No, bitch. This way. This way. Okay, let's see.
Is that better, Diva?
Yes, center. You are centered and ready. I just don't understand why we believe the men all the time. You guys
Yeah.
really believe
Them
that
niggas.
NeNe was stalking? So NeNe's talking. So NeNe's talking about. Yeah, I said. So she's like, Andy said, well, do you, um, you said that you liked Sheree for Tyrone, but Tyrone was all of these bad things, and that you like Sheree for Tyrone. Why do you like that? She said because they seem to be together. So that really is super shady what she's saying. Like,
Right.
this guy is the worst of the worst. I think he would be great with Sheree. Sheree's a piece
Mm-hmm.
of shit, as we could see. That
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker is a piece of shit. So we believe him. So, oh, well, I sucked this dick. Yeah, I sucked this dick. That's like saying she was saying that she was trying to be. What was she saying?
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to be sarcastic or
Right.
whatever.
She was
Just
feeding into the lies,
right, like, oh,
the
sure I
propaganda.
did this. Sure I did that.
Right.
Sure I sucked his dick. Sure I was stalking him. Sheree's doing all of this. You sure? Because you said, you sure it's just a little bit, girl. Sheree,
Shut
what is
your ass
wrong with
up.
her? I don't. Oh my god, she's so useless, and it's really sad. But anyways, they get to Kenya and Kim. So do we get an answer from Kim as to what her beef is with Kenya, because Kenya tried to explain it.
Hmm. Well, the thing is, no, we don't get an answer, but this is just my philosophy, and I'm piecing things together. And I'm piecing it based off of the tenure of the season,
Right,
right? So, of course, every time an episode showed that Kim and Kenya had any sort of interaction, or if Kenya tweeted about a scene that Kim was in, Kim would always go for the juggler saying, "Oh, bitch, that's why you don't have no peach tomorrow. I got you. I got a peach. Da, 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 da," all of
right.
that. She would always go, "You don't have a peach. You're a rotten peach. That's why you ain't got no job. You're fired." I think, and this is just me, I think that the producers were feeding to Kim that she was going to be Kenya's replacement.
Mm, mm.
And I think her goal was to make that happen. So let me beef with this woman to get her ass up out of here.
Yeah,
And she
because
did.
it was
She did that from
nothing.
the beginning. Yeah, she did that from when
Here,
she made the guest appearance,
here's
but
my
the
thing.
previous season.
Right, here's my thing. If you don't, if you're like Kendra, Kenya, whatever what's her name? If you're that, so like you don't know who she is or you don't know her name,
Hmm.
how do you create this imaginary beef with her and say because she talked about my husband? But you said she was an asshole for going in Sheree's basement, like when your daughter went in NeNe's room and was filming and everything. You
Hmm.
called Kenya an asshole for that, but it's okay for Brielle to do it.
Hmm.
So now she's saying that Kenya was saying something about her husband.
After you said something about her fucking husband.
I don't understand. It's like when Kenya first said when she was in Sheree's basement, she was like, "You're an asshole for that." And then she said something about Kenya. Kenya was like, "Look at that shirt." That Kim said something about Kenya's skirt. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
I can see your pussy showing some shit like that.
Why are you worried about it? Why are you worried about
Hmm.
what is on my
Do you?
body?
Do you want to eat it?
Right. What is your problem? Like,
What's up?
I don't understand what's wrong with Kim. Like, no, I do. I know what's wrong with Kim. I know exactly what's wrong with Kim. But
Right.
Kim tried to tell the story, and as she's telling the story, Kim keeps saying, "I." It's so funny that she keeps saying, "Yeah, I'm not giving you a moment. I'm not giving you a moment." Okay, but isn't that what Kenya said? Isn't giving you a moment came from what Kenya said? So are you saying
Hmm.
you watched the show just the same way that Candy said that you watched the show?
Hmm.
Because
Let's
that
talk about
was you wasn't even in that season
right. And I love how
at the
Kenya
beginning.
got her ass up and went to address that bitch
Right.
and sat across from her. Girl, you gonna talk to me.
Right. Because I can't talk to the back of this wig.
Right. And I'm gonna let your ass know. Like, bitch, this is what it's gonna be.
Honey, Kenya dragged the fuck out of
Girl,
Kim Zolciak.
when I tell you I blacked out when she said them baby kids.
Don't nobody want them baby kids. Oh, you're jealous. Here's Kim. You're
But the
jealous.
nobody I don't know if it was just me, but it seemed like no one
No one got it. Don't nobody
Hey,
go.
but do you remember the baby kids?
I do. Them badass snotty nosed kids.
Remember one of them baby kids?
Yo, and then
You
like Kenya really got on some psychological shit with Kim and her
Yes,
daughter.
she did. Hmm.
Your daughter is exactly
Exactly
like
like
you.
you. I don't want that.
Right. I don't want no kid like that. And then for her to be saying, she mentioned the thing with John Legend and Chrissy Teigen.
Hmm.
John Legend was visibly uncomfortable by that. Well, it was just a joke. Everything Kim does is like with intent, but then when you bring it to her attention, it was just a joke. I mean, it was harmless. It was just a joke. Like the thing with Cynthia. Let's just rewind. I mean, it's true. Let's be honest. You got paid for it. It's like it's not so bad when it's now being presented to you how you're talking about all of these women. Every single time Kim was in a room with anybody, it was on some negative shit.
Right.
She wasn't positive about the elephant room. She wasn't positive about NeNe's party. Where else was she all together with them?
Well,
That Halloween party.
she was negative there.
She was
Like
negative there.
she's so provoking. Well, and let me say one thing about Kim. I'm gonna give her this, and that's it for that trash. Because after this, we're gonna take this bitch out. We're gonna
Right.
take this trash out. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna give her this. She gets the concept of reality TV. She understands what she has to do,
And
what
say,
works, and what works. Especially, and I'm gonna even give her as much as she she can handle.
it's okay.
She can handle these. She knows how to get under some of these girls' skin as well. Like
But
she
I don't
gets.
think she does. I think she resorts to the typical adjectives when she's talking about these women, like trigger words. She
Hmm.
knows, like you said, she knows like these trigger words. However, we have to remember that Kim is friends with one of the producers. Every time you're on camera, say that NeNe is on drugs. Say that something is wrong with NeNe. Say something is off with NeNe. Try to make it seem like she has some issue, a substance abuse issue, or something is wrong with her. Make it seem like that in every episode. Diva, why you paused? Oh, okay, you just listen. I
I
was
was
like,
doing a
why you
mannequin.
paused?
I
Because
was
you
in the mannequin challenge.
come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. So I think that Kim does play the role, and she knows what to say and what to not to say. Um, it's just weird how every time she was on screen, she had something negative to say about NeNe. And it's like, what is it why is it this focus is just on NeNe? Like her and Sheree, they're focused on saying shit and talking shit about NeNe. And it's like,
Hmm.
I remember NeNe used to be like, oh, y'all this and y'all that, and it's me, and it's always, I'm always wrong, I'm always wrong. But I could see with her, like Kim and Sheree, like sticking together just so they can be against NeNe. Like they have a common enemy. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And now all of a sudden, let's just go back to what Kim and what's the caller was saying. So, what did you think about when they were saying that she kept going back between Brielle being a grown woman and don't talk about kids. Kids are off limits, but your child is 20 years old
Hmm.
injecting herself into things that don't have anything to do with her and you not saying anything to her about it.
Right. So you're going to have to choose a side. You're gonna let this child, your child, operate as an adult, or are you going to say this is my child? She's off limits. What is it going to be? You can't pick and choose when you want to insert your child into this bullshit.
And the only time, and this is the thing, and the only time I believe like kids are off limits is when they're minors and can't defend themselves. But if you're the aggressor in some type of argument, okay, I'm going to address you. You
Right.
thought you had enough pussy to come address me as a grown woman, so I'm going to address you as a grown woman. And if I drag your ass and slit your throat, that's just going to be on you.
She's back.
Okay, Diva.
Ooh.
So, did you notice when Kenya was going in on Brielle, how Sheree stopped her, tried to stop her? Did you notice
Uh-huh.
that?
Grab it on her.
I was trying to stop her talk about your child. That's the thing. If is Brielle is Kim's child, but she's not a child. You understand what I
Right.
mean? That's her child, right? But why should I have respect from anything that comes from you and you behave like that? I don't give a fuck about you. So why should I give a fuck about your daughter? And your
Right.
daughter is injecting herself in these things that have nothing to do with her and calls herself defending you. So am I gonna have to defend myself against your grown daughter? NeNe said it right. Like I'm a different kind of mother, and I'm gonna tell her the way a black mother would tell her. You doing the most, and you're gonna get cussed out, and you're trash, and that's it.
Right.
That's it. I don't
Right.
know why. Why does Brielle need coddling? Why does Brielle need protecting? Brielle is just as aggressive. She's agitating the situation. So what does she need to be protected for?
Right.
She's just
And
like Kim. You're
and
just
you
like
don't.
Kim.
And then you putting things. First of all, I would never put a tweet out there about my daughter. You don't joke about sexual favors with your kids.
Thank you. Period.
So
There's no joke. It's no
you've already
excuse.
put it out there for someone to. come for you in
About
reference
your
to your
parenting
child.
and
Right.
about your parenting. Yep.
Right. You open that door.
She's talking about Brielle wrote the tweet. Okay, so it's still the same thing. If she wrote it,
But it's on your shit. And as a mama, why are you so you speak so freely and fluently? Oh, well, she wrote it. That ain't cute.
it's so weird.
It's
She's trying
not
to she
cute.
and I think what she's trying to do is just like say she's responsible too. But if Brielle wrote it, then she should be responsible. If she said it, she wrote it, you okayed it coming from your Twitter account.
Mhm.
Now you want to jump and act a fool because somebody wants to call you out on it? That's crazy. You don't do stuff
Right.
like that. You just don't. I don't know. That lady is, that fucking woman is crazy. Let me go now to the next part. So they get on Kim and hold on because I wrote everybody's name. Kim and
Bitch, you better have everybody's name written down.
I do. I do. Let's see. Yeah. I did want to talk about how. Let me go to my tweets. I have a lot of things that I have to say about all of this stuff. Uh oh.
Oh.
What happened?
Come on for the pause. Did you pause me?
I didn't mean to. Oh, my phone connected. Let me take my phone off.
Oh.
It's, I'm back. Okay, so Brielle wrote the tweet. That's what she said. But Kenya is letting her know, like, I don't want nothing from you. That's the thing that like white women love to do. They like to act like somebody is jealous of them and wants what they want. You want my family. You want my husband. Don't nobody want Croy. Don't nobody want anybody.
Nobody.
He's your valet. He's your wig maker. He's your makeup artist. He's your concierge. He books your hotel flights. He's sitting there with you doing all this crazy stuff. Like he's your fucking help. Croy is your
Right.
help. Y'all just
Literally.
jealous. Y'all
The hell.
jealous. Right.
Of what? What we jealous of?
Ain't
What we
nobody
jealous of?
jealous. I love
You
when
jealous? You jealous because I have my own show.
your own show.
I
Now
have my own show.
let's talk about that. Let's talk about Kim's show. Don't Be Tardy. First of all, it's a name from a song that a man wrote and NeNe told you to make the song. That would be the fun song. Remember NeNe is the one that kind of was like out of those two songs that you like and you was trying to sing when you sounded like a billy goat with his damn
Mm.
throat wired shut.
A fucking gargoyle.
Fucking bitch. And then and then use Candy, stole money from Candy. Kim is the worst white motherfucking bitch ever. Like I'm
Come on,
telling you.
bitch.
You stole money from Candy and acted like you were none the wiser, like you didn't understand. Stole the Candy's baby name and went and got it trademarked and everything. Like that bitch is trash. Fucking Kim is fucking trash. You keep taking from these black women, but all of a sudden you scared of these black women. You taking
Say
from them.
it. Say it again. Say
You
that one more time.
you
You
scared of these black women, but you keep taking from these black women.
and what's Kim's background? What's her race?
She's white
Okay.
with her chin looking all like that was shit. That shit was crazy. But Kenya read her down. Read her down. Then NeNe tagged her in. Then Candy got tagged in.
Hmm.
Candy said, "Bitch, you over there? Why are you saying things about me and my marriage and my husband and saying that I would eat your box?"
Girl, ugh.
And then Sheree knew she said that and didn't even come back and tell
And
her
I'm glad
nothing.
Candace said you said that. Well, but you
You
know what? Also, too, what I did like was when, and some people may have missed it, and some may not. But when Kenya said, when Portia kind of chimed in, almost kind of defending, saying something to the extent of what Kenya said, I guess. And
Kim. Mm-hmm.
Kenya said, "Oh, you on her side?"
Right.
And Portia cleaned it up. Well, no, 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 no.
Right.
So, girl, yeah.
Portia, I didn't understand why Portia kept like coming to Kim's defense. I didn't get that. I didn't understand why she was doing that. Don't get your peach taken away. And if you notice, I do want to bring this to everybody's attention. Remember in season 4 when at the reunion when Sheree was doing all that picking and fix your face and all that other stuff when the season that she got fired from? You
Hmm.
remember? Okay. Do you remember when NeNe told her, I don't have nothing for you. I don't need to talk to you. You on the wrong team. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
She don't have nothing for. Sheree kept trying to egg on like this issue that she has with NeNe. It's reminiscent of what she's doing now. You have all these issues with NeNe. Oh, NeNe, don't we have a problem? NeNe said, I don't have an issue with you. I don't have nothing for you. NeNe kept paying her dust, like almost as though NeNe knows that, bitch, you ain't coming back. I don't even need to talk to you about nothing because you're not coming back.
Right.
She did the same thing on the season 4 reunion. She didn't talk to Sheree. She paid her dust. She cussed Sheree the fuck out though. That fucking episode. Diva. They were tag teaming Kim, and Kim was like,
As they should.
Andy said, it's on camera. You don't try to make me seem like a liar. A
Bitch,
liar? You are a
it's
liar.
on camera.
You are a liar. Let's talk about, you talked
She
about,
loved deflecting. She kills me with that. She never wants to discuss the shit that comes out of her fucking throat.
no, it's not. She's like, she's always deflecting. She's always, I was just playing, or I didn't even realize. Just the typical shit when a white woman exercises her privilege. When she wants to exercise that idea, like, here I am, I'm the white woman, woe is me, please help me and please protect me, I deserve protecting. Black men get killed because I say something crazy and I need protecting, and it's not true, and we automatically believe everything the white woman says. That
Mm-hmm.
everything she's doing is reminiscent of that kind of behavior. And there's
Mm-hmm.
no way that you can say that Kim is not racist. She understands what she's
She
doing.
sure does.
She gets it.
She
She
definitely
she
does.
gets it. All of a sudden, you bragging about, that's why I got my own show. Okay, let's talk about your own show. I got my
What
own.
are the what are the premises of your show?
Absolutely nothing. NeNe told her, you don't even do nothing on your show. Don't nobody care. And let's talk about how you got your own show. But let's talk about Kim's ratings last season, season 6. Okay? Season 6 started off with 0.74 million viewers. So let's do the math. What is that? 740,000 viewers?
Right.
You ended the season with 0.08 million viewers. That was 879,000 viewers to be exact. You're not even reaching the million mark. And if you
Right.
really want it down, the numbers for Don't Be Tardy last season, when they count like Nielsen ratings, it's 18
Mm-hmm.
to 49. If we count Nielsen ratings 18 to 49, the last episode
Mm-hmm.
of Don't Be Tardy gathered 350,000 people. Now let's talk about season 10 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. It started with 2.43 million viewers, and in the last episode before this last season, the part 3 of this
Mm-hmm.
reunion, it was 2.53 million people watched the second part of the reunion. Let's talk about Candy's show, since you said Candy's show was better than yours, or your show was better than
It's better
Candy's.
than Candice. Mm-hmm.
Candy's wedding, the first episode was 2.4 million people, ending 2.8 million people. Y'all know I ain't here for Candy, but we talking about facts and numbers here. Diva, y'all, you know I'm not here for that bitch. But you're not gonna say that.
Diva almost spit this shit out all over the goddamn.
But you're not gonna say that your show is better than Candy's show. Candy's ski trip, bitch, with her aunties and her mama, that started off with 1.46 million viewers and ended 1.66 million viewers. Let's talk about NeNe's wedding when NeNe got remarried to Greg.
Bitch, you better have these numbers.
Her first episode, her first episode was 1.56 million viewers of her first episode. The last episode of NeNe's wedding special was 2.28 million. NeNe does numbers on her special the way fucking Real Housewives of Atlanta does numbers. So bitch, if you're doing numbers like that, then you can brag. Don't nobody care about your show. And the only reason why you got your show, because you didn't want to do the work the other black women were doing. You wanted to sit up and drink wine all day and be chauffeured around by your husband.
Correct. And you kept popping these babies out. to sustain you.
Right, to sustain you, and thinking that you, first of all, your husband does not have a job. Let's really be clear about it. He really doesn't have a job. You really thought you had a meal ticket and went out and had four
Tardy
babies.
for the party is equivalent to honey boo boo to me. Bitch, it's trash. Here comes honey boo boo. That's what I think about fucking tardy for the fucking party.
Diva, who watches that show? And this is what I think. After Bravo has seen the display of this underlying slick racist cast, because I've been
Mm-hmm.
calling Troy Confederate Croy for
You
the
have
longest. I've been saying that, let's take a glimpse in your motherfucking basement, bitch, because I'm sure it's a Confederate flag down there. And
somewhere,
it's somewhere. And,
somewhere.
and the way that Croy was looking when he was in that bathroom, the way that he was glaring at Sheree. Sheree's supposed to be Kim's ally. He was looking at Sheree like a cop was looking at a black man with a cell phone in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he
He
was
damn sure
looking.
was.
He was looking at her with
Looking
sheer
at looking at her wanting to say, nigga, why was you standing up for my wife?
right. You know you supposed to protect my
Mm-hmm.
wife. That's how he was looking at her.
Right. And I think another reason why Sheree is so loyal. Ugh, this really bothers me. But anyway, another reason why I think Sheree is so loyal to Kim is because Kim brings Sheree on to that Honey Boo Boo show that she got.
Let me tell you something. And I'm going to say another person made a video about this, and they made the best point ever. While you up here, Sheree, caping and going hard for Kim, you lost your motherfucking job, bitch. Do you think Kim is going to put you on her show that doesn't even get 1 million viewers a episode? Do you
Mm-mm.
really think she's gonna go to bat for you and be like, since you lost your
Add
job,
her to
girl,
the
I'm
cast.
gonna
Can I add her to the cast? No, she gonna go on and do guest appearances like she always do.
she be on 1 or 2 episodes. Doesn't she be on 1 or 2 episodes of Don't
Mm-hmm.
Be Tardy or whatever that
Right.
show is called? You
She's
on there?
such.
You need to be able to get a check. You didn't lost your job,
NeNe said it
millions
best. You are on the wrong
team. You on
team.
the wrong team. NeNe been telling Sheree that since season 4. She been
Day
telling you that for
one.
6 years. You on the wrong team. You on the wrong team. But I know that NeNe and Sheree has an issue. I'm gonna tell you, this is my theory on why Sheree has such an issue with NeNe. Sheree is I don't want to say she's nice looking. She's a little bit she's handsome. She's hard, but she's not a bad looking woman. You know what I mean? She's
Right.
not a bad looking woman. She's just hard body with
Mm-hmm.
swimmer shoulders, but she is not a bad looking woman. NeNe, on the other hand, her beauty came with her riches. You
Her
get
money.
you understand what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
NeNe is
Mm-hmm.
not conventionally an attractive woman. She done got her nose job, and then
She your everyday. She was your everyday round the corner. Hold the bus, girl.
right, little country girl.
Right.
That's NeNe, and I believe that Sheree is so like, why does everybody like NeNe and they don't like me the way
Mm-hmm.
they like NeNe? I'm the pretty one. I'm the one that was married to a football player. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
one that is still trying to get some 7 figures. Bitches,
but
you
the
still trying to get money out of Bob? You just
but the
trash.
and the thing about Sheree, she's so in her head that she don't get it. She don't get this reality TV shit. Sheree has said so many iconic things that still follow her to this day, and she's done nothing with it.
Nothing
Nothing.
at all.
Nothing at all. That fucking
She wrote a book though. She recently wrote a book, but wrote a book in the same theme as being the Bone Collector. Like this is a gossip book. This is a book about
right.
gossip.
Write a
Lied
book
about
about you.
you. Exactly.
Come on, bitch. Bitch, write about you because you have a your life is a comedy.
It
A,
really
a,
is.
a
It is a
comedic
shit show.
drama.
It is. It
You
really
really
is.
could talk about that house. You
Right.
got so much shit that you can talk about, but you wanted the housewives and chicks, side chicks of Hotlanta. I don't even like the title of that fucking book.
Right.
Who fucking made that shit up?
And she didn't write it because she can barely talk.
Right.
Bitch.
Joggers.
September. That's how she sounds like.
And
Remember, I
you know
said
what? After I kind of watched that again, like I kind of figured that what she was trying to say, but again, she's not articulate
at
and she
all.
can't put all the shit together. What she
Right.
was trying to say was, I want to bring this out in September, but have a show for the next year, spring, summer.
Right. That's when all the spring
Right.
summer lines come
That's when
out
they come out.
in
Right.
September.
You want to
And
launch. Right.
right. And so she's trying to say, but she's so busy being defensive. That is why Sheree responds talking real super duper fast and cutting and talking. She speaks like
Because
staccato. It's
she ain't
like,
prepared.
yeah,
She's not.
she's not prepared. And so everything is defensive. Even like when, do you remember when Portia coughed? And she said something to Portia, and Portia was like, "No, I really coughed. I really coughed too." Like that doesn't even make sense.
Right.
Like, are you playing tit for tat with me? I really
Right.
believe that that's the reason why Sheree has an issue with NeNe is because NeNe is not conventionally pretty. Sheree is a more attractive woman than NeNe. If we're just gonna call it what it is, but NeNe's
And
personality,
she's natural.
but NeNe is tells you she seems to be very transparent. She doesn't.
Extremely loud.
It's loud, like she has a personality. Everybody love NeNe,
Nene like the auntie.
she and cussing Kim out, telling
Mm-hmm.
Kim she gonna pluck her eyes out, getting Kim together. That
Mm-hmm.
all of that, everybody that was like, and NeNe was quick with her comebacks. Quick with her
Right.
comebacks. Like, oh, I talked to Tyrone. I'm sure it wasn't in person. Quick like that. You
Right.
know, the bitches ain't ready for her. Bitches, you the meter maid. Where is your scooter?
Where is it?
Where is your scooter?
Where is it?
I love it. NeNe has the best comebacks. They can't get with NeNe. Kim can't take it, and Sheree can't take it, and that's the only reason why they're friends because they
Mm-hmm.
can't take NeNe. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, why are y'all so jealous of NeNe? Because NeNe is really the show favorite.
Mm-hmm.
They brought Kenya on to replace NeNe. NeNe came back. Now her and Kenya in a good place. Now you can't. Who you gonna fuck with, y'all? If NeNe and Kenya together, they was tag teaming Kim like boop boop boop. No, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You really even NeNe was like, you don't think you said that? It's on tape. Like you
Mm-hmm.
really looking like
She's
Boo Boo
trying
the
to,
fool out
bitch.
here,
I'm trying to help you out
right? You
with
looking
this.
like
It's
Boo Boo the
on tape.
fool,
But you said that.
and you keep lying about it.
And what
That's
can you say?
I believe that's Sheree's
Production.
problem.
Roll the
Roll it,
tape.
yes, roll it. And they just showing her lies back
Mm-hmm.
to back to back to back to back, and it's
Mm-hmm.
never. Oh, it was like Cynthia said. Oh, it was a compliment. Oh, it was a compliment. Oh, you meant it as a compliment. Now I
Mm-hmm.
was just playing. It was a funny joke. Now it's a joke. When no, but you was really
Right.
serious
And
taking
I'm
picture
glad
of
that
NeNe's car.
Andy kind of said that shit like, no, it was not a compliment.
No, right. That's a backhanded compliment. Let's
I,
talk.
I'm glad he didn't open his motherfucking mouth when those girls, these black women, my sisters,
Right.
was going at it
He
with
knew
this girl.
better.
This right because it really would have went a whole another place. First of all, I'm still pissed off with his ass because he allowed that bitch to have that solo cup.
Right. Because it was a prop.
Right. She could easily dash that shit on somebody, whatever. She already was drunk, clearly. She had been drunk coming out there.
Mm-hmm.
So you know she was on something.
I'm glad he didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
He knew.
glad he
I'm
I'm
glad he
glad
knew
he
better.
kept her accountable. I'm glad
Mm-hmm.
he did that a lot. He kept people accountable. This is what you said, but Kim, you said this. This was the footage that we got of you. This is what we could only edit what we have. And number one, number two, you're not a star of this show, so I wouldn't show your family, I wouldn't show your husband. I'm not going to do that because you don't have a personal story. You're a friend of a housewife. You're Sheree's
Mm-hmm.
friend on this show. So we're not going to show your family. We're going to show how you interacted with every
Mm-hmm.
last one of these women, and you've been nasty to every single last one of them,
Mm-hmm.
including Eva, who is a new person on the show.
That
You
you
know
don't fucking
nothing.
know.
No.
You don't know this bitch. You know nothing about this woman, and you're gonna have the audacity. First of all, and this I'm gonna get back on this bitch Sheree. First of all, how dare you call a black woman? Well, she's not as pretty as you. Sheree, what she should have said was, "What the fuck do you mean she's not as pretty as me?"
Right. She
This
should have.
woman won top model.
Okay.
I ain't no goddamn model. If anything, bitch, I'll be out here playing damn tag football. I ain't
Or
no top model. I didn't win.
right.
She did.
Right.
So what are you
I
trying to
think
do?
she should have. I agree with you. I think she should have said something like, "What do you mean? She's just as pretty. We're pretty together, bitch. We black. We
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
represent
But what?
Cleopatra."
But what did that coon say? Nothing.
Not nothing. She never says nothing.
What did she say? Nothing.
She
Nothing.
never says nothing. I was so happy they was dragging that lady. I was
Right.
so happy. We can talk about how, again, once again, Sheree never kept her accountable, and we're gonna get to her saying that we're gonna talk about, because I have this tweet where I just said, excuse me, Kim's energy was deliberate. She willfully went to every function talking shit about everyone, and Sheree's old cooning ass was just sitting there skinning and grinning in that ignorant woman's face.
Mm-hmm.
All you did was allow her to talk bad about these women who you claim you don't have any problem with. To me, I always say this. You can tell who your friends are by the way they talk about you when you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody is talking shit about me and you don't say, "Hey, dude, come on,"
Right.
you don't even have to defend me. You can say, "Come on, like, chill," because
And,
it's too you're doing the
right.
most.
And then for me too, ain't
But see,
this part?
Sheree is
This gonna
nobody's
come off
friend.
all bad what I'm about to say, but I don't give a fuck.
Do it.
Ain't no white bitch, white man, none of that gonna talk about no black person that I can't fucking stand.
Okay.
I may not like this black bitch from top to bottom. You ain't gonna talk about her.
Exactly. Because
You ain't gonna talk about her.
that's my
That's my
opinion.
goddamn sister. That's my goddamn sister.
That's real shit. That's
Right.
real
You
shit.
not gonna do that.
You're not gonna talk about Sheree. You're not gonna talk about that. Just like
Mm-mm.
I don't. Y'all know I don't like Candy. Y'all know I don't like Candy. But I'm letting y'all know Candy got the
See, but I'm gonna
numbers to
spit this
prove.
shit out.
She got the numbers to prove that she's more successful than Kim. It's clear. You think somebody is jealous of you? Think Candy is jealous of you? Look at Candy at her accomplishment. Look at
Mm-hmm.
Candy. She's not a bad looking girl. I'm gonna give her props. You're not gonna sit here and just because you don't like her and I don't like her and I'm gonna engage
Right.
with you like, girl, she is ugly. Oh, that doesn't even make sense. NeNe, what do you matter? You got a problem with NeNe? What is NeNe jealous of you about?
NeNe truly has a success story out
She
of this whole
surely does.
franchise.
She really
She has a
does.
success story out of this entire franchise.
She really
Out of all
does.
them hoes.
She really does. And what do you do you really think that Kenya, a black woman who has made history, is
Mm-hmm.
jealous of them lips and that man with no lips, bitch?
That
You need
she
to take some of
already
them.
got.
Listen, you need to take some of them lips off and give it to your husband. His face looks like it's a fucking paper cut in his face.
Mm-hmm.
I can't you. Why would you think that Kenya Summer Moore is jealous of you, bitch?
Right.
Why would Portia even?
You've enhanced your lips to look like her lip.
Why would Portia be jealous of Kim? Even Portia, and y'all know Portia is dumb as ice.
Ain't none of them women on there jealous of Kim. You did these enhancements to look like us,
Right.
but it didn't work out in your favor.
Cynthia is old enough to be Kim's mother. Do you hear me? How old is? Wait a minute. Kim Zolciak is 30, 39. No, she's not old enough to be her mother. Cynthia's 51. Kim is 39. She
Kim ain't
look
no 39.
Kim Kim looks like she's 51. You know,
Kim, I was gonna get that bitch like 55, close to like 56.
well, you know, bitches like her age like salad
Mm-hmm.
in a bag. You
Like
know how they age,
like
diva.
some left out bananas.
Yes, bitch.
They get them brown spots so quick,
Bitch.
and they do everything in their mind to kind of.
Look, your lips look really obnoxious. You really a mess.
It's Oh my god, like she
He
is.
really thinks that everybody is jealous of her. So let's talk about how they go off. I'm trying to think, who else am I missing? Cynthia, she kept coming for Kim. Bitch, I'm
Mm-hmm.
here. Ain't nobody jealous of you.
Mm-hmm.
You
I've
always
been here
saying
for
some shit.
this 8 years or whatever
Cynthia
she
told her
said.
you always saying some shit, and then when somebody say something, all of a sudden it's a compliment. All of a sudden you didn't mean it like that. I don't understand how you have all this energy when you're not in front of them, and then when you're in front of them, I'm not giving you a moment. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking. What are you participating in this event for if you're not going to talk to anybody that
Mm-hmm.
you interacted with? And
You have to, white woman.
right. But see,
You
that
have
that was
to.
her problem when she left in season 5. When she
Mm-hmm.
left in season 5, she left because she didn't want to do all the stuff that they were doing. She didn't want to she wouldn't even come see one of the mandatory things that you're supposed to do as a housewife group. When they're in the group, everybody is supposed to come together. That should be a part of the contract. Everybody comes together, whether they like each other or not. When it's a
Mm-hmm.
group setting, if you notice, Portia didn't really have any one-on-ones with anybody because everybody's not fucking with Portia on that level. So every time
Mm-hmm.
Portia was there, it was always in a group setting, much like
Mm-hmm.
Kim, right? So Kim didn't want to do the work. So now that's why you got your own show.
And not only not do the work, she didn't feel like she had to do the work.
Exactly. I don't have to do it. And she's never, ever, since the beginning of the show, gone on a trip with them. They go on a trip every season. If y'all can put it in the comments, because I don't know, has Zolciak ever been on a trip? What, you afraid to travel with these women?
The
These
only
are
thing I
really
remember her
not your
doing
friends. That's
didn't
what
she go to she did that road trip or was it just her tour
that was
for
her
Charlie for the
tour.
Party?
That was her
Right.
tour that NeNe was
I
on,
don't remember nothing else either.
that Candy was on.
Yeah, I don't remember
And they
nothing
went
else
to that
either.
man's house that she was probably screwing in that house in Miami. All of a sudden, this is your friend, this old ass man over there in Miami
Kim is trash.
on the damn water.
She is trash.
But you want to call everybody else a whore, and then you want to say that the thing that she was saying with Candy about Todd and licking Candy's box. DJ Tracy. Remember DJ Tracy?
I saw she got on Twitter
She sure did.
getting
She
her
said,
together.
I was the receiver.
Right. So you was eating my cootie can. Back your shit up, dude.
At least be honest. That's the
Right.
thing. That's the problem. Stand
But
in
they
your
don't.
shit.
White women don't do that
They
because
never do. They don't have to.
white women are protected.
They don't have to. They
They're
do not.
protect.
They don't have
They're
to.
the most protected women.
They really are.
Mhm.
They really are. And they know it.
Mhm.
And don't
She
act like you
does.
don't know, and you don't,
Mhm.
because you would not have been able to go 6 seasons on a television show with under 1 million viewers if you weren't a white woman with privilege. Do you
Mhm.
think NeNe could have had 6 seasons of her
None
own
of them
show
could.
following
NeNe
her
could.
husband and them
None of them.
badass kids
None
around?
of them. None of them. None of
Under
them.
a mil Consistently under 1 million
Mm-mm.
viewers. Go and look at season 6, which was the last season, and look at season 5. Consistently 0.8 something viewers. So
Mhm.
you're not even hitting the million mark, bitch.
Right. And don't be articulate and a smart black woman, i.e. Kenya. They automatically gonna want to destroy you.
You have an issue with Kenya for what?
Mhm.
She's a black woman who made history. What the fuck have you done, bitch?
And she's articulate and she's smarter than you. You
Smarter than
can't.
you, could read your ass. You don't so bad that you can't even look at her.
Hmm.
You don't think that she deserves looking at, bitch. She's more
Hmm.
accomplished. Better look at history in the
And that's
face.
another thing they should have fucking said. Oh, you gonna look at my sister sitting on this couch?
Right.
Open your motherfucking eyes, bitch.
Right. They really didn't come for Kim like they was getting her.
But they didn't drag her in the way that I know we would have dragged her. I'd
You know. We would have
have been,
dragged the shit out of her.
I would have been on the shade room. I'd have been on Hollywood.
Everything. You heard
Yeah.
Can you heard Candy say I ain't changing it. I said what the fuck I said about her and I ain't changing it. I said, come on,
And
Candy.
she should. She shouldn't.
Cynthia
She
kept telling how many times did Cynthia tell Kim, girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. Girl,
just shut
shut
up.
up.
She's
You're
so
not.
whack.
Nobody's jealous of you. You whack. You tired. You through. Nobody's
Hmm.
jealous of you. You on this stage. See, that's what they should have got her. Bitch, you on this stage. You have augmented your face to look like us. Your
Literally.
lips to look like mine, and you look a fucking mess. You can
Your
never duplicate this
nose.
black excellence, bitch. Never,
It's just
ever. And that's
ugh.
her problem with it. You really think that let's get on Kim. We didn't did enough of the show. Let's get on that bitch. Like for real. Okay. And I really think they got Sheree got off easy.
She did.
I would have called her all kind of coon Uncle Tom. I would have
I would
drug
have
her
dug it into her.
ass.
I would have dug into
She
her
wouldn't have
ass
been
too.
able to talk. She would have been choking every time. She wouldn't have been able to talk.
She couldn't get she wouldn't be able to get joggers out of her fucking throat.
I would have dragged the shit out of her. And I know NeNe wanted to, but NeNe's like, bitch, you ain't even coming back next season.
Hmm.
Go sit over there. Go sit over there. Nobody's talking to you. You got on a nightgown. Where's your bonnet, bitch? Where is your bonnet?
Where
Where
is
is
it?
it? Where is it, bitch? And then for her to say that she didn't say that Kim didn't say that Candy wanted to lick her box.
That just further
You
like
said it. They showed it twice. You said
right.
it. The first time and she said, "Oh, you try." See, this is the thing. Kim said she didn't say that. Kim said, I said I would never let her eat my box. But Sheree, when you repeat it, said, "Ooh, Candy tried to eat your box," and then I don't like when Sheree acts like what I'm saying to you is no big deal since you already do it.
Hmm.
It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Like, what are you talking about?
I've already heard it before.
I didn't think it was gonna be a big deal. I didn't. Why are you talking like that, bitch? What's wrong with you? Taking speed before you got on this damn
Right.
show? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Even if you don't discuss that with no white woman,
Nothing. Like that's my. I don't understand that. To me,
she
I
wouldn't
feel
get
like that's
nothing out of
family.
me.
That's family. That's
Right.
family. You're not gonna sit up here and talk about. No, we're not doing that.
Mm-mm.
Not in 2018.
Mm-mm. No. Not with all this shit going on. No.
Kim should have never been
No.
invited back to the show in the
Mm-mm.
climate that we're in now. And
For
that's what.
some reason, I don't know why, but I just feel like this. I feel it in my gut, inside my butterflies, like Carter B said. I feel butterflies in my stomach and vagina. I just feel like production, her friend, who's a producer,
hmm
put her up to this to come. You need to go ahead and do this. I'm sure. We all know. Kenya ain't a fan favorite per se, but she's the most talked about.
Right. We know that. We've
And
established that.
I think with some of the production that kind of shifted away. What's his name? The guy
Um, Carlos.
Carlos, like him, and I'm sure his crew kind of got shifted away. I'm sure Kim's people, who may know, she may know a few people or some people on there. They kind of said, you need to come on here because this is gonna be the season where we kind of phase Kenya out,
hmm
and you can be her permanent replacement.
Right, because we know your show is not doing anything.
So
You're
this
not
this
producing the numbers. You don't really have a draw.
this gonna help your ratings.
Right.
This gonna help you out.
I'm telling you, I really think that Bravo needs to revisit her show. First of all, you're not producing. You don't have a draw. Second, you're a racist.
I hope they blow this up. I hope they blow her comment up. I hope they blow it up so much where Bravo drops
I
her
really
show.
do. I really do. I really do. So that show comes to an end. The show comes to an end, Diva. They
Hmm.
all getting up. Kim walks off the show. NeNe is hollering and screaming at her, bitch, take your privileged ass. You a privileged ass chick. Take your shit out of here. Go bye. We are never going to be friends again. You can count on it. Y'all don't have to worry about nothing. Kim and NeNe are not going to be friends again. I don't think Sheree
The
is
door is
ever.
closed.
Yeah, the door is closed. You on the wrong team, and I don't think Sheree and NeNe are ever going to be friends again. I would never talk to Sheree. Sheree is when I say that bitch is canceled. Bitch, you are canceled. Now what you gonna do for a check, hoe?
How the
Because ain't
fuck do
nobody
you
buying
get
that book.
come back? How the fuck do you come back to your job and lose it again?
Following
Allegedly,
her around.
allegedly, allegedly, they say she ain't coming back. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know until the next season comes. But even if let's just go on the basis that it's true that she's lost it. How the fuck do you do that?
When you don't,
How do you how do
because
you allow that to happen?
because you don't have any substance. When somebody doesn't have any substance, it's like when the people are done dealing with you that you were
Hmm.
really trying to, they're not gonna deal with you anymore. Like
Right. A
nobody's
lot
gonna
of us.
want to film with her. The same way Phaedra,
Hmm.
nobody's gonna film with Phaedra because Phaedra is a liability. She says things that can potentially damage people.
Hmm.
Sheree is aligned with somebody who is full of microaggressions, who is a slick racist and claims that she
Hmm.
doesn't see color. You align with her on every chance that you got. You're a liability. You haven't brought anything to the show.
Hmm.
Again, you haven't done nothing with your platform. You are the only housewife in the franchise who has not done anything. Even Portia's dumbass
Dumbass.
has gotten
Come
a
on,
job
bitch.
out of it.
Right on Instagram and Dish Nation.
Even Portia
The dumbest bitch on any friend.
in all the seasons, all the cities. You
Right.
the dumbest bitch in the country.
She on a national syndicated show,
Okay?
and she got her Instagram boutique.
And
What you
Sheree,
got?
joggers.
Joggers. What? And then you
This bitch
release
said
the
joggers, bitch. Is you a baby fat? Baby.
lifestyle, lifestyle, leave a lifestyle, athletic but lifestyle. What is it? If it if it's lifestyle, talk about it being lifestyle.
She don't have nothing. How dreadful. She don't have
First of all,
nothing.
you ain't got it. You ain't got it.
And it was
Instead of
clear.
saying,
It was
it's
clear
right.
from the fashion show with no fashions that Sheree
Instead of
wasn't
saying
about
jogs,
shit.
you should have said nothing. Air. I it's nothing there.
She buys,
I
she
have
fired.
nothing.
That's what she is. She buys, she fired. She buys, she
She's so.
broke.
Oh
Sheree
my god,
really
it's
needs to
ridiculous.
understand because there are a lot of black women like that that will think that if I align myself with this white woman, I'm now acceptable and I'll be accepted into these circles where I want to be. That's Sheree's real goal is to
But what
be
she don't know is these white women will cut your ass off so fucking quick. Let's go back to the color purple. You
right,
remember? You remember when Sophia was supposed to go see with her family for Christmas? Oh, I'm gonna drive you to your family
right.
and let you stay with them. And what ended up happening?
Mm.
Get your ass back in this car and let's go home.
Right,
No, you're not.
and I'm gonna act like I'm so scared
I can't drive. I can't do it.
of
So
all the
you're gonna
white
have to
people.
come do it. Uh huh.
I'm scared of all the black people around me
Right. Hmm. Ain't
because
nothing
they're big,
changed.
and that's what Kim does.
Hmm.
Kim does that every time she talks about NeNe. She talks about how big NeNe is. Oh, you big and bad. You know what adjective to use. That's why I know Kim knows what the fuck she's doing. You know what
Hmm.
adjectives to use. You know that we're always deemed as angry. We're always deemed as hostile and aggressive.
Hmm.
And every time you can come into this situation, and I'm going to read something. I do want to read it. I told you earlier I was going to read it about how white women navigate in America. And Kim is a prime example of that. And I'm going to talk about it. Racist white women. Racist white women. All of a sudden, she's all in danger. She doesn't know what to do. She's in you don't want to talk about it in front of everybody. You want to wait till everybody's gone. You've
Hmm.
dismissed everybody. Now you want to call your who you think is a ally,
Hmm.
this white gay Jewish man
Hmm.
who you believe is your ally because he's a white man. So you're going to think
Hmm.
that he's going to be on your side because notoriously, whenever a white woman
He is.
has
He is typically right.
whenever a white woman has a grievance against anybody, no matter how oppressive a white man is to a white woman, they're going to defend that white woman to the
Right.
death.
Hmm.
And she knows that. Croy District, Diva, you're off camera.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah. Go to the side. You need to move your phone to the side. Like, yeah, there. Ooh. No, you need to be centered. You're not center of your screen. If you center of your screen, you center of the screen on the screen.
Am I center now?
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, so what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
Croy.
Croy defending Kim. They're in the back, and he's talking. She calls Andy to the back. They said we need Andy and a camera. They go run into the back. He's like, "Oh, she want to see me?" Like Andy thought everything was cool. We done everything. She's back there. She can't even form an expression of sadness or anger or frustration because her fucking face doesn't move. She's all like this, trying to move her face, crying. She says,
And quote, I want you to quote that bitch.
she says, you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything nice about me. I have a successful, what she said, I have a successful marriage. I have beautiful children. Andy
This,
said,
this ain't your show.
number one, your story, you were combative every single time. She says, I couldn't even speak. Now, see, this is where you get to the things that she's saying that are triggers and reminiscent of things that white women notoriously say about
Mm-hmm.
black women. Okay. I couldn't even speak. Put yourself in my shoes, she says, because all of a sudden you're this victimized woman who is crying, and as soon as a white woman cries, everybody's like, okay, what's wrong? What do we need to do? Who can we kill? Who can we string up so that
Mm-hmm.
you can stop crying?
Right.
Can you have five African American women just hammering at me? I couldn't even speak. Well, let me tell you something. You had a grievance with every single woman on that show. For a woman who claims she doesn't see color, why did you mention
African
African
American.
American?
Mm-hmm. You could have said these women, these bitches.
Because she knows the trigger. She knows that we are deemed angry.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we're just expressing how we feel about something, we're deemed too emotional, angry, aggressive, hostile,
Sensitive.
too sensitive, who
Mm-hmm.
hurt you, all of
Mm-hmm.
these things.
And the kicker in that was when she said that nobody else
No white woman is
would
dumb
sit
enough.
on that. No other dumb enough to do what I did.
Like, bitch, you want a cookie. Like, you survived the couch of all black women. Like, you want a cookie. But you know what? There was a lot of people that are to blame for that. Everybody said, well, that white woman, she keeps up with those black women. She don't let them
Hmm.
black women
They
talk to
do.
her any kind
They
of way.
do. And all of them, to me, fuck all of them. They coons too. Fuck all of them.
That shit pissed me off. Like, and this is the thing, it's always, woe is me, I'm victimized. You're the aggressor. You
Hmm.
agitated
You
every
started the shit.
single one of these women.
Hmm.
And now all
All
of a
of them.
sudden, you're this docile, meek little creature that can't be, you know,
Helpless.
you're so
Girl.
helpless. I don't know what to
Girl.
do. They were all against me in charade. You didn't protect
You
me.
didn't. You didn't
You know
defend
you you know
me.
you my house nigga.
You know
You
you
didn't
Queenie,
defend me.
Queenie,
Right.
Queenie. You
Queenie
want to be
2.0.
Sheree? Want to be Queenie so fucking bad. I was a nigga too.
Come on, bitch. I's tired. We's
Right.
tired, boss. We tired.
Child, fuck him.
Kim said she. Now this is the thing. White women always fail. I'm gonna read this. This is from an essay, a book called "Angry Black Girl" by Alexis Giandi. You can follow her on Twitter. Intellectual. I think her thing is intellectual, but she has a book called Angry Black Girl, and where she talks about white privilege and talks about white women and talks about just race and gender in America. And there's this one essay in here where she talks about how she had a white roommate. She talks about how she had this white roommate and this white roommate terrorized her. But then when she defended herself, all of a sudden, this woman was defenseless. She was felt like the black girl was attacking her Just like she
Mm-hmm.
said, they ganged up on me. They ganged up on you? They was ganging up on you, or were they defending themselves?
They were
Did
defending
they?
themselves on the shit that you said, bitch.
This is crazy. This is, I wrote this. It says, the status of white women has been and continues to be higher than both black men and women. Even if considered a white man's inferior, they still are the white man's counterpart. They keep their women safe from black rapists, I'm quoting, that has led to the odd status of white women in America, in American society. She knows this. Like, she knows that her status. She knows
Mm-hmm.
that white women are revered and protected and looked upon as like, oh, they, all the time they need to be protected at all costs. And
Mm-hmm.
they'll do everything. We had a young brother named Emmett Till who was brutally killed and
Mm-hmm.
tortured, all because some white woman lied and said
And said he raped.
he
Then
whistled
whistle, whistle, whistle.
whistled at her,
Mm-hmm.
whistled at her. All of a sudden, Kim is in there acting like she's this victim. You
Mm-hmm.
brought this shit on
Mm-hmm.
yourself. You brought all of this stuff on yourself. But now all of a sudden, you know how to use your race as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to use it.
But that's what they do. That's
But
what they do.
even Croy, you telling Andy you had the power to stop it. Stop what? Somebody
Mm-hmm.
actually keeping her accountable, telling her that she was wrong.
Which she was. Everything, everything that those women said to her was correct. Nothing was a lie. Nothing was fabricated. I
No.
mean, it was dead on. But as black people, I'm not gonna say black women, but as black people, we are extremely passionate about the shit that we fucking say.
And the shit that we go through.
Right,
Because
and you gonna know what it is when we
we've
open our fucking
always
mouth.
been discounted, pushed
Hmm.
aside, dismissed. You're too emotional, you're too aggressive, you're
It's
too
always you're too
hostile,
this,
you're too
too
much. It's
that.
just too
It's too
much.
much. Hmm.
It's just too much. Everything about your existence is just so much.
Hmm.
And she's using that. Everything. You sat up there and said that these women were attacking you when you were the agitator in every single thing, every single issue you had with
With each
Candy,
one of them.
with NeNe, with
Kenya,
Portia, with Cynthia, with Eva,
with Kenya,
with Kenya,
all of
all of
them.
them,
Hmm.
all of them.
They Cynthia even came. They even said it was so much that y'all didn't even see with Kenya, and they were saying Kenya didn't say nothing to you,
And she tried to say, no, they're
nothing.
lying, they're lying. It's on camera. It's on
Like they
camera. So
defend, they defend.
let me tell you
No,
something. Let me tell you something. If there was no cameras, who do you think people would believe?
the white woman,
Kenya or Kim?
the white woman.
I think
They were.
everybody should check themselves with that, because and
Mm-hmm.
ask themselves, if there was no cameras to prove that Kenya was right,
Mm-hmm.
or to prove that Candy was right, or to prove that NeNe was right, who do you think they would have believed?
They were going for that white woman, just like you still have. Well, we've been on Twitter recently, and I don't even know this white man name, or even if he is white, but whatever, who's defending Kim.
Right. Why are you defending her? What
Right.
she's doing is visibly wrong. I don't give a damn. What she's doing is wrong.
Right.
Like,
Like
wrong is wrong.
it doesn't make any sense. Oh, I don't think she's a racist. This bitch said racism wasn't. What did she say? It wasn't all that.
Racism even wasn't a real thing until social media.
Yeah.
No, racism, we being able to put a magnifying glass on you racist motherfuckers. We're able to see y'all
Mm-hmm.
easily now, and we're
And
able to back each other
share it
up
with the world.
in
Mm-hmm.
droves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't like that. See, white
She
people
don't.
don't like to be called racist. They don't
Oh
like to be
no,
called racist. And that's why let me tell
no.
you something. That's why they call black people racist. They call
Mm-hmm.
black people racist because they believe
That
that the
the
same
reverse
guilt,
racism.
they believe, listen, they believe the same guilt that they feel when you say that they're racist, that we will feel it. But we don't carry that burden. We
Mm-mm.
don't carry that burden. We can't even, and for people to say that black people can be, you cannot be racist.
And
Black
black.
people can be
You
racist
cannot.
because
Mm-mm.
racism is when you are benefiting off a system that has been designed to push black people lower than where we're supposed to be.
And we can't do
And
that,
you
sweetheart.
are benefiting from that system.
We can't do
We
that.
don't have the capacity or the range
Mm-mm.
to do that because the way that this country is set up.
Correct. As light as my skin is, I'm black. They still say I'm a, they still call me a nigga. They know I'm black. I let it be known I'm black.
Right.
Even if you don't think it. Even if you're confused about what I am. Black.
I'm black.
I'm black.
And she knows that. She
Mm-hmm.
knows what she's doing when she's sitting up there crying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, why didn't you defend me? Defend
Why
you
do
from
I have to
what?
defend you?
Sheree said, I'm not here to defend anybody. Everybody can defend themselves. But what I didn't appreciate is when she said that racism isn't even, it wasn't even a real thing.
And
Everybody's just going too far with this
racism
racist
is just
shit.
real. It's still today. You still have these unarmed black people, not only men but women, that are being murdered in the worst way to this
With no
day. And
reproduction, with no
nothing,
repercussions.
no repercussions at all. And for you to say something like that, like you just, we get you, we see you, Kim.
For real.
Hmm.
Let me tell you something. I'm reading about, she had this one thing about, she like about white women, and it says, and it's just talking about women who are allowed to be passionate and to be and to say what they want to say. White women can do it, like Tommy Loren and Ann Coulter. They're allowed to spew anger and aggression and not be called an angry white
Hmm.
woman. I can't even express myself. Like, I could express myself just right here talking about this and be called an angry black woman. I could just
Hmm.
be passionate about something that I'm talking about and be called
Hmm.
angry about it. Like, I can't
Hmm.
even exist and have a full range of emotions without you adding
Hmm.
hostile and angry and aggressive, all these crazy ass adjectives to make me seem like I'm this superhuman, non
Right.
emotional, non feeling person.
Hmm. But you know what? They're going to support those women like Ann and Tommy because they're talking about black people.
Right.
They're talking about black people. And what's the other one? Miss uh Alternative Facts. What's her name? She's another
Oh, that Skeletor looking bitch.
one. Alternative
What's that
Facts.
bitch's name? Kellyanne Conway.
Uh
Fucking
huh.
bitch. Cocksucking ass whore. Let's
Come on,
see.
bitch.
This is what she says in here. This is one of the scariest parts of the movie to me. She's talking about Get Out. Um, because it represents America's response to a type of woman who has grown in popularity thanks to the internet and social media. You already know I'm talking about women like Ann Coulter and Tommy Loren. She says everything a typical white male racist says, but a sweet voice, a conventional attractive face, a privilege of femininity that whiteness grants her to keep her racist bimbo from being labeled as one. Her appearance, gender, and feminine qualities appeal to people that white men can't. Because of her appearance and status as a white woman, she is protected by white and black men alike. To them, she is never angry or bitter, just sassy or passionate. To them, she's not racist, just speaking the truth or her opinion. In fact, some black men shrug off her racism as a sickening resolve, I still fuck. But you know how that is. But as soon as the cops come on Get Out, remember, all of a
Hmm.
sudden she's a victim. She thought she was
Help
saved.
me! He's killed
Uh huh.
everybody.
Mm hmm. Save me. She already knew. She already knew. That's what Croy is telling telling Andy. You could have stopped this,
Mhm.
honey. This is good footage. I'm not stopping this. I'm the
Right.
executive producer of this show. I'm not the executive producer of Don't Be Tardy. I'm the
Hmm.
executive producer of this show, and we're gonna get
Hmm.
everything. Croy tweeted later that um
Oh, you didn't see the 45-minute
well, tell us what it
conversation.
was then, nigga.
Tell her what is what. Fuck what we didn't see. You tell us what we saw. Because DJ, I'm fucked up. DJ Tracy came on and told the fucking truth
She sure
about your
did.
about your goddamn carpet munching ass wife.
Come on, bitch. And she said Kim was homophobic.
Hmm. And I believe that.
And yes, you
I
can be
believe all of
homophobic
that.
and be gay or lesbian. You can be
You sure
homophobic.
can.
So you can have some internalized shit. So
Mm-hmm.
if that's her true self or she's denying her true self, she's saying she's homophobic. We saying you racist, bitch. So you got some shit to unpack, whore. 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 I really, this is what she says. Suddenly she was crying, talking about Rose. Now, Rose in Get Out is similar to the behavior that Kim displayed, and which just
Mm-hmm.
shows you that this is the go-to. When they say we pulling the race card, they pull the victim card.
Mm-hmm. They always do that.
Every
They
single time.
always
It
do that.
never fails. It
Mm-hmm.
never fails. She gonna cry.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna cry. Watch her cry.
I'm sure you've seen that displayed at work.
Yeah, I have.
I know I have.
Oh, she's aggressive. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
talking to you in a regular tone. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Or I'm sitting in meetings with these white people and they're, oh, I just don't get it. It's just so hard. I can't say the same thing that you say,
Right, I gotta
sis.
work harder.
Uh huh. Why don't you know it? Figure it out.
And you don't have to work hard. You can get your own show with less than 1 million views,
Mm-hmm.
and you because you don't have to work hard. But these girls gotta pull 2.5 million viewers
Mm-hmm.
every episode. But you're
Mm-hmm.
okay. You can go 6 seasons and be
Right. And
mediocre.
think about the other franchises. They ain't seen a million. Or if they are, it's barely there.
But even the single show, that's what the thing is. You act like you have this draw. Like
Mm-hmm.
people really want to see you and they really don't want to see you. Everybody's showing you that based on viewership, unless we numbers don't lie, they're not lying. These are Nielsen ratings, they're not lying. You don't pull 1 million viewers, but you claim to be better than
These
Candy.
black these
You
these
these
black
black
these
women
black women. Mm-hmm.
who have more accomplishments than you. All you got is a solo cup and a robe and some toner. And who you lied and said that your company did
And some Party City
15
wigs.
millions. 15 million.
Where's
You
your money? Where's the money?
Here she go. She was no longer, and this is so funny because it sounds like Kim. She was no longer the vodka fueled instigator making threats and acting tough. Suddenly she was crying in the hallway, inconsolable and weak. This is white womanhood. This is their ultimate privilege. At any moment, they can go from agitator or abuser to delicate and innocent white woman in need of protection from big, scary black. What is the adjective that Kim uses to describe NeNe?
Big. It's there.
And we have to deal with it. Fake
Mm-hmm.
innocent lies and evil spun. Now all of a sudden you want this, all of this. You want a cookie because you went toe to toe with 5 African
African
American
American
women.
women.
You want a cookie, bitch?
And it's so funny how she's African American.
And
Get out of
I
here.
can and as much as I don't fuck with Sheree, I didn't appreciate the way that Croy was standing over her in this ominous way, like over her, like you should have protected my wife. I didn't appreciate that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't appreciate it. And then you're going to say there's social media. Now, I will agree that social media exacerbates things. It makes it
Mm-hmm.
bigger. But these kind of issues need to be made bigger. We
Mm-hmm.
need to talk about stuff like this because these women need to be held accountable and
Correct.
we need to let them know, bitch, we see you.
Mm-hmm.
We see how you act. We see how you navigate through these situations. You talking all this shit all season. Now, all of a
Oh,
sudden, you need protecting.
it don't work like that,
She thought it was going to
sis.
work, but this is an
It
all
don't
black
work like
cast,
that,
bitch. You
sis.
forgot
Mm-hmm.
in the South. What you thought?
Right.
What you thought was going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad Andy didn't do anything different from what he did. I'm trying to think of
Mm-hmm.
it. Could he have done anything different? He held her accountable. You were
Mm-hmm.
problematic. What did he say? No, combative
Combative
is the
the
word.
entire
And you
season.
were combative.
This is what we. This is what that's what you gave
He
us.
even had the nerve to tell that black queen she was of a higher power than her in that elephant room. Bitch, are you serious? You
Mm-hmm.
man-made Caucasus Mountain bitch. You really think you better than this black queen? Are you crazy?
Right.
You really fixed your inflated lips to say that you better than a black woman. And you
I'm talking
said you
about
better
higher
than
power.
every one of them women. You said every one of them women is jealous of you.
Mm-hmm.
But what picture do you take in there when you tell your doctor to plump your lips up? Whose picture do you take in there?
Right. Got to be somebody black. Because ain't no
Because
white people got no lips like that. Sorry,
no,
they
they
don't.
don't.
They don't. That's what we got, girl. Y'all may have the bigger tits and the flat asses. We don't have that over here, honey.
You're jealous. Jealousy is a disease. Get well soon, bitch. No, bitch. You get well soon.
But I said your mama need to get well soon, bitch. How about that?
Right. That shit is. I'm really. I don't know what they need to do about Kim and their show, but
It needs to go away.
and not even it needs to go away first because the fucking stars of the show are racist. You can tell, and
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing about it. Everything you've said, all the things you want to, everything, the way that you navigated through this whole thing, it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
You are benefiting you're benefiting simply because of your race. Because the numbers prove you don't have the draw. So why are they keeping you? Because there's no way in the world that in the 18 to 49, age 18 to 49 demographic, that you can pull in 350,000 viewers on one episode and still continue to get
Mm-hmm.
renewed. That ain't nothing but fucking privilege.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing but privilege to be able to leave an all black show because you simply don't want to shoot with these women. So let's give her own show.
Mm-hmm.
No matter
And we
how
like it. We like it.
mediocre.
We like the cigarettes. We like the party wigs. We like all of that. And we're gonna give her own show.
You really think you better than these women? All of
She
these women
does.
have all
Mm-hmm.
these accomplishments. You got a nursing degree, bitch. Now I'm not saying anything against nurses because we
Allegedly,
right.
was that proven?
But guess where she's from? Kim ain't even from Georgia, bitch. Guess where she's from?
Alabama,
No, she's from Florida, bitch. And you know how them hoes get down.
right?
Pensacola. Bitch, you
Correct.
walk out and might get eaten up by a goddamn alligator. You want to talk about somebody having roaches. You knew it. I didn't mean anything about it. You knew what the fuck it meant. And you know that everybody in Atlanta, when I moved to Atlanta Beach, I was like, what kind of damn bugs are these down here? Just
Mm-hmm.
random bugs. It's like tropical out there. So if you have your house open, you saw NeNe's house, how open it was. Everybody's in the backyard.
And it's a new home,
A new home, all the trees in Atlanta, all the pine trees in Atlanta, you bound to have something come in your house. But you want to
right?
say it's roaches, and roaches are automatic. I don't care. They're automatically aligned with filth.
Mm-hmm.
So you trying to say this woman is filthy? You
Mm-hmm.
trying to say she's dirty? You ain't never been to her house before. All of a sudden she's dirty.
And if you truly hung around a black person, the first thing they say if you say they got roaches, my house clean.
Right.
I ain't got